And with that, it is now time for closing statements. Each candidate will have 2 minutes, and we'll begin with you, Senator Enzi.
Well, I thank you, Chris, for the recognition that I got that reduced from 13 pages to 3 pages. And I thought that was a pretty big deal, too, because a lot of people won't fill out those forms if they see 13 pages that require an accountant. So it was an important part of the bill. I'm pleased to have Casper Star and Channel 13 and Casper College host this. It's important for us to be able to get the issues out to the people, and this is one of the mechanisms that do that. I'm hoping that people will send me back for another term. I've been in the shoe business, and that's where I learned how to listen and to figure out whether the inventory matches what people are talking about. Great listening exercise. I've been a mayor of a boom town, so I know the infrastructure problems that they face. I mean, all politics is local, and that was the toughest job that I've ever had. I've served in the state legislature. I was in both the House and the Senate, and I kind of learned how to do things and how to get things done. And you'll find that I passed a lot of bills while I was in the legislature. Now, when I was in the Senate, they passed a limit on how many bills you could have, so I had to get other people to co-sponsor them, and then I helped write their speeches and help get it through the process. And as a result, I had a lot of those people who endorsed me when I ran for the United States Senate. And in the Senate, I got things done as a freshman because I had experience. Coal bed methane was about to be taken away from private property owners in Wyoming. And in less than a month, I got a bill passed that said that did not belong to the federal government. And it passed unanimously in both houses. That's the only way you can get something done in 30 days or less. So I've had a lot of success while I've been there. The one thing I want to be sure, I have 3 grandkids, the oldest of whom is 5. And throughout the time that I'm in the United States Senate, I want to be sure that they never have to say, my grandpa could have fixed that, but he didn't.
Thank you, Mr. Rothfuss.
Thank you very much, and I do appreciate you guys having us here and everyone for joining us today. I want everyone to think back to 1997. 1997 was when Senator Enzi went to the United States Senate for Wyoming. Think back to what the economy was like. Think back to what our country was like, how strong we were, how strong the dollar was. We had a budget surplus a few years later, I believe, and we had things going in the right direction. We had problems on the horizon, problems including health care, problems including Social Security, including energy. There were a lot of things on the horizon that we knew that we had to deal with. Now here we are in 2008. Those problems that we had back in 1997, they're all still there. The economy is slumping. The dollar is weak. We have a lot of problems. We have a lot of problems ahead of us. And what I want you to realize is that there's 2 possibilities here. Either one, Senator Enzi didn't make a substantial contribution to those problems, which means that he didn't make a substantial contribution to what the Senate did over those years because they led us to where we are today. Or the other is that he did. He did make a substantial contribution to what brought us to this point today. Either of those possibilities leads me to want to go to the United States Senate for change, to bring about a dramatic shift in how we get things done, to get new ideas there, and to get people to the Senate who really are still willing to look for a revolutionary solution instead of an evolutionary solution. We don't have that now. And believe me, Mike Enzi is not the only person there who's not looking for revolutionary solutions. This is a bipartisan problem that Congress has. It is systematic, it is complete, and if we had a way to replace pretty much everybody there, I'd like to see that happen. But we don't. And we can only do it 1 vote and 1 senator at a time, and I hope to have your vote on November 4th. Thank you.
That concludes tonight's Wyoming Candidates Forum for the United States Senate.